Hey everybody, it's AJ from Disney Food Blog. Today we're headed over to the Grand Floridian Resort to do a food tour for you. Don't forget to check out all of our other food tours. We've got them for lots of the resorts. Most of the parks are done now. We've done all of the food tours for the parks and Disney Springs, so be sure to check those out as well. All right, heading over to the Grand Floridian. This is that flagship resort over there by the Magic Kingdom. It's based on Hotel del Coronado in California. Absolutely beautiful resort. And we're gonna start here with a couple of pool bars that they have available. There are two pool bars over there at Grand Floridian. The first is the Beaches pool bar, and the second is the Courtyard pool bar. So Beaches, you're gonna have basics like the standard pool cocktails, bacon cheeseburger, chicken nuggets. You're gonna have a little bit of a broader menu here. Over at Courtyard pool bar, again, standard pool bar drinks, Mai Tai, Banana Cabana, hot dogs, charcuterie plates here. So there are good eats at both of these locations. So if you're just having a pool day or a resort day, this is a good spot to go grab a bite. Next up, we'll head over to Mizner's Lounge. I think it's Mizner's Lounge. This is over there in the main building of the Grand Floridian, and you will find it right next to Citrico's. Citrico's is a signature restaurant serving kind of Mediterranean themed eats. So Mizner's is a nice cozy lounge and bar. They actually have a cigar patio here as well. Right outside Mizner's is a great the live Grand Floridian jazz band plays regularly. You can get cocktails and appetizers here from Citrico's as well. So if you love some of the eats over at Citrico's, you can get some of the appetizers here at Mizner's. I've always really enjoyed this this lounge. It's a nice cozy place. There's some great cast members, great bartenders here, and the food is really, really good. Like I said, it's from Citrico's next door, which is delicious. Next up, let's head to the Garden View Tea Room. This is one of the only places in Disney World. Usually it is the only place in Disney World, unless they're running kind of a limited time situation, where you can get afternoon tea. You can get high tea at the Garden View Tea Room every single day. So make your reservation for that because reservations do go quickly. And wonderful options for tea. And the great part, I think, is that they have a children's tea as well, which is fun. And your tea comes with these awesome, beautiful pastries. It's a lot of fun here. Definitely book it. It's a great option for bridal parties or mom and daughter days, things like that. Lots of fun at the Garden View Tea Room. Another thing that's an option here at Garden View is the Perfectly Princess Tea Party, which you can book for your daughter or your son and have their special swag that comes with it and princess visits and things like that. So that's a lot of fun for the kiddos too. Next up, Gasparilla Island Grill, which is of course the counter service location here at Grand Floridian. Gasparilla is a 24-hour location, so you can get food here any time of day. At the after hours, the menu shrinks a little bit, so it's just going to be like pizzas and sandwiches, but you can get food here 24 hours, which is always nice. The eats here are pretty good. They've got usually kind of a make-your-own salad. They've got grab-and-go items. They've got hot items, and of course you're going to find that incredible bakery case here at Gasparilla, which you don't always have at a lot of these counter service locations. So great bakery case here with really yummy cupcakes and good options. The coconut pot de creme is one of everybody's favorites here, so definitely check that out as well. Next up, we'll head to the Grand Floridian Cafe. This is a hidden gem. It is an absolutely wonderful restaurant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The decor is very Grand Floridian-esque, so you're going to have Victorian decor elements here. They have a menu that features lots of great dishes, including some incredible pancakes. They've got that lobster thermidor burger is on the menu once in a while. They have an incredible array of eggs Benedict, so lots of good breakfast items. And here they sort of have a brunch menu, so you've got breakfast and lunch items on the menu there right from the start of the day. Dinner here is great as well. It is your typical hotel restaurant, so it's not going to be that busy, not too many people in there, but it is a hidden gem. We really like the menu. We've always had good service, and the food's always been excellent. Next up, we'll go over to 1900 Park Fair, and this is the character location at Grand Floridian. This is where in the morning you're gonna meet Alice in Wonderland, Winnie the Pooh, the Mad Hatter, and sometimes even Mary Poppins, I think, is here. And the eats for breakfast is a buffet, so breakfast eats are pretty standard Disney buffet stuff. They do have something on the buffet called strawberry soup. That is a cold strawberry soup that a lot of people really like. For dinner here, it's Cinderella's Happily Ever After dinner, where you'll meet Cinderella, Prince Charming, which is awesome. You don't get to meet Prince Charming just anywhere. Oftentimes you will see Lady Tremaine and her daughters, the stepsisters, of course. So that's a fun sort of princess meal. In addition to Cinderella's royal table, Akershus, you can see Cinderella here as well. The food here at this location isn't my favorite. I have had bad service here. I've gone several times to this restaurant, and I've only had one really good experience here. The rest have been really slow service, and the food's been forgettable. The characters are great though. The characters have always been wonderful. And just a heads up, this place also offers the Wonderland Tea Party in the middle of the day. That's, I think, at 2 p.m. That's for kids ages 4 to 12, and it's sort of an unbirthday party for you with Alice and the Mad Hatter. So it's gonna be $49 per person, per kid. Next, we will head over to Narcoossee's. Narcoossee's is a seafood restaurant, really. I mean, I shouldn't say it's a seafood restaurant. They do have many great fish dishes, but they also have steaks and a lot of other options on the menu as well. This is going to be a standalone restaurant. You have to walk all the way over to the boat dock. That's where Narcoossee's will be. And you have a great view of Seven Seas Lagoon and the fireworks as well. You have a decent view of the fireworks from here too. I've always loved Narcoossee's. I've had great experiences here, good service, really good food. Desserts are always kind of fun here and interesting. Definitely check out Narcoossee's. It's another hidden gem here at the Grand Floridian. Next up, we'll head upstairs to Citrico's. This I mentioned before is sort of right next to Mizner's Lounge, and Citrico's offers sort of a Mediterranean. They say it's a Mediterranean menu, but the food is not that international from what I can tell. It's a pretty standard Disney signature menu of, you know, steaks and pasta and shrimp, and they will often have short ribs on the menu and things like that. So it's a pretty standard kind of Disney fancy restaurant menu. So it's nothing out of the ordinary or exotic, so to speak. It's really, really good though. They do have great dishes here. Their shrimp appetizer is out of this world. Even if you don't like shrimp, this thing is amazing. Really good. The filet here is always good. They have arancini here, which is great. So lots of good options at Citrico's. Very calm, relaxed restaurant. Just a heads up, this is a signature dining restaurant, which Narcoossee's is also, by the way. But sometimes your service is going to be a little slower here because they want you to sort of relax and enjoy your experience versus, you know, turning the table really quickly and heading back out to the park, which is the experience you get in a lot of the other Disney restaurants. So this is going to be a little bit slower. So if you are in a hurry, be sure to let your server know. And finally, we'll head over to Victoria and Albert's. Victoria and Albert's is the highest end restaurant in Walt Disney World. It is the only AAA 5-diamond restaurant in Central Florida right now, I believe. Extremely fancy, very high end. You're gonna get 11 courses here for your meal. It's expensive. It's over $200 to dine here. So it's a pretty big deal. You're gonna wanna reserve this one for your anniversary or for a special celebration. I don't know, like it's really expensive, but it's very nice, a very nice experience, very high end. Like I said, food here is excellent. Chef Scott Hunnell was in charge here for many years. He has just moved on. I think he's taken a higher up level position in the company, but the new chef was the sous chef for many years, and she's wonderful as well. So really great eats here, great options, and this is what I find fascinating. If you book here, they will call you a few days ahead of time to check your preferences and make sure you don't have any allergies, because they do set the menu ahead of time and they want to make sure they're going to give you something that you're going to enjoy. So you can set your preferences at that point. You can say no seafood, or I'd rather not eat meat, or something like that, and they will call you and talk that over with you before you even get to the restaurant, which is amazing. So it's a great experience at at Victoria and Albert's. And at Victoria and Albert's, there's 3 different places you can sit. You can sit in the regular dining room. You can sit in the Queen Victoria room, which is a little bit more exclusive. There's only about 4 tables in there. Or you can sit in the kitchen, which is the chef's table, where there's only 1 table there in the kitchen. The chef's table is a little bit more expensive, but by more, it's only like $20 to $40 more expensive. It's not over the top more expensive. And so my recommendation is always to sit at the chef's table if you can, to sit there in the kitchen, because it's a much more vibrant and exciting experience as far as I'm concerned, because you're there with all the chefs working in the kitchen and you can ask them questions and talk to them. And to me, it's a lot more fun. It's a little more casual, which maybe that's not what you're looking for when you're dining at Victoria and Albert's, but I've always had a great time dining in the chef's table in the kitchen. And out in the dining room, it's a little more formal and stuffy and not really my vibe, but that might be what you're looking for. You may be looking for that very high-end, fancy experience where you're being taken care of, waited on hand and foot, which of course happens in the kitchen as well, but it's just, to me, it's a lot more fun to be sitting in the kitchen, be able to interact and talk to the chefs while they work. Like I said, food here, market inspired, really, really good eats. I mean, of course, that goes without saying, but you will be very full at the end of your Victoria and Albert's meal. Even so, they will ply you with incredible handmade chocolates at the end of your meal. All of the ladies get a rose to take with them. It's a very nice experience overall. So that's Grand Floridian. Those are the restaurants and options and eats at the Grand Floridian. We can't wait to hear what you have to say. Do you like these restaurants? Do you enjoy them? Do you head over to the Floridian to eat there when you're not staying there? I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Let us know in the comments your favorite things to eat at Grand Floridian. Please give us a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and go check out all of our other food tours. We have so many. We're taking you all over Walt Disney World to see what you should nosh and what you should skip all over the world. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. This is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.